Hey guys, BrinkerCooks. Cooking a steak. It's rainy outside, cold, ugly. Don't really want to go to the grill. Don't really care that I can't get to the grill. I can cook a better steak in my house in a cast iron skillet than I can outside. So the steak. First I'm gonna pick the steak. So, porterhouse steak. First off, get a good steak. You don't need to have Wagyu, although it's great to have it. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on this steak. We buy beef from a local farmer, does a great job. It would grade out prime, I promise you. It's really good stuff. I'm gonna spin the camera down here so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. All right, see that steak? 2 inches thick. See that marbling? Yeah, fat's flavor. Okay, now, here we go. We're gonna dry brine. Dry brining steak. What's he gonna do? He has a couple of cups of kosher salt mixed with a couple of tablespoons of baking powder. Gonna put it on the steak. Gonna let the steak come up to room temp. I'm gonna rinse all that salt off. That's gonna relax the proteins, kind of straighten them out. You get a delicious steak, tender, juicy. Trust me, I threw something out on the Facebook, if you will, about doing that to turkeys. Had a number of people get back to me and say it's the best turkey they ever had. So stick with me, I'm telling you. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's a fat guy in the kitchen. If you want to listen to a bunch of fancy music and see great camera angles, go watch somebody on, I don't know, Food Network that maybe can't cook but has a great production. If you want to know how to cook, stick with me. All right, to reiterate, dry brining. Kosher salt, baking powder. 2 cups of kosher salt, a couple tablespoons of baking powder. Pretty complicated. Here we go, you ready? Let's watch. All right, there's my steak, see it? Now, you see me sprinkling this salt and baking powder mixture over it? Get it covered real well. Get it on there thick, it's okay, you're gonna rinse that off. You kinda want it to look like it snowed on that steak. There we go, just covered nicely. Oops. Boy, you can tell I'm not a videography major or a cinema major. Hang on. All right, got him covered. Flipped, let's go the other side. Lots and lots of salt on him. It's okay, we're gonna rinse that off right away. Rub it on there, make sure it's all around the edges. Put the rest of it on, you're gonna wash it off. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave it sit. How long? At least an hour. 2 would be better. So I'll see you guys back in a little bit. Bye. So what now? Well, I don't think that porterhouse is gonna cook well in the cast iron like it is. I'm afraid it's not gonna cook evenly. Filet is gonna get done faster than the strip. I'm gonna hand the selfie stick over to my blushing bride, my lovely assistant, the Vanna White of meat, and she's laughing at Vanna White of meat. Can't blame her. So I'm gonna hand it to her. She's gonna keep that trained on me. And there you go. Just stay right in there close, baby. Now, she's gonna pan down here. All right, there it is. There's a porterhouse all covered in salt. It's okay, it's been 2 hours. Let's rinse that guy off. All right, oops. All right, now he'll come back up here, Martha, on me. So first, a little anatomy lesson for you guys. Porterhouse, strip steak, filet mignon. I'm gonna cut this off, I'm gonna cut this off. Some lucky puppy's gonna get that bone. Hi there. So Martha's gonna pan back down. We're gonna show you that filet again. My camera operator had the camera turned to the side. So just imagine I'm cutting this off. Ta-da! Filet mignon. Now this side, she's gonna keep it nice and level. I'm coming along the bone, I'm getting up to the, what's the backbone essentially right here. There's a bone for the dogs. So I'm gonna trim this guy up a little bit. Martha can just stay right there. Here's the tail, which is mighty fine eating. I'm just trimming up some of the junk off it, if you will. It's kind of a thin strip steak. It was the end of the porterhouse, but it's still gonna be tasty. And let's clean up the fillet a little bit. It's pretty much at room temperature. So it's time to cook here in a minute. Just gonna peel some of that skin off. That little piece we're gonna take off of there. There's our fillet. A little bit of fat on the end. I don't like a lot of fat on a fillet personally. Let's get some of that skin off of it. And there, nice, pretty little fillet. My cast iron's rocket hot. I'll show you that in a second. I'm gonna turn the fan on high so you're not gonna be able to hear me talk. I'm gonna put these steaks down. I dried them off. They're nice and dry. I'm gonna cook them until they're, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go for 125-ish in the center. I've got my thermometer out. So let's cook, shall we? I'm gonna put you guys on a tripod so I have both hands free. All right, back in a sec. Okay, I pulled him off. I pulled the fillet, he was probably 110. The strip, I was getting 122 to 125, depending on where I poked it. I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna let those guys sit and rest for about 10 minutes, then I'll be back. So it's been about 10 minutes-ish since I took them off. I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna slice into these guys and let you see them, and you can determine what you think. If you think they look good, great. Cook them to the temp I told you to. Let them rest 10 minutes. If you like them a little more well done, you know what? Get a good meat thermometer and figure out what you like. All right, I'm gonna set this down and let's see what we cooked. Okay, hope you guys can see. I'm gonna turn this. Let's cut that strip in half first and see what we created. Let's move this fillet out of the way. We're kind of right here in the middle part where I'm looking for pretty rare, actually. There it is. Looks delightful to me. Get a little angle on it. Let's see what we got going on there. I think this looks pretty tasty. Let's turn over this fillet and see what happened. And there it is. So my production assistant told me that I stumbled over my words on the last take, so I've cut it. I think I showed you that, but I'm going to pan over it one more time so you can see what we did. Then I'm going to eat, but I'm not going to make you watch. All right, let's take a look. There's that filet, looking pretty good. Let's move him out of the way. There's that strip. A little bit more done. Maybe, I don't think so. I think it really looks great. Anyway, thank you. Subscribe if you don't mind. BrinkerCooks. See you later.